down there. Boom. Okay, we are recording, so you guys watch your background noise. Sounds like there's some like that. That would be it. Yep. Okay, so y'all watch your background noise, TVs in the background, whatever. Be a good idea to turn off the TVs. Anyway, just a little side note. So anyway, how are y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Woo!
Awesome.
Good. Well, I can tell you that I am doing better today than I was exactly at this time 1 week ago. Still on crutches, still hobbling around, but I think we see some daylight. We looked at the whenever I did it the last time, and what was the date on that, Monica? You pulled up June what?
18th.
June 18th. So I got it a couple of weeks ahead of time this year. So crazy how that happened. So so first of all, what is the date today? Somebody help me with the date.
The
The 8th. Today is the 8th. So, and I know I'm sure we'll have some folks here joining us a little bit later. Claudia, Alexa, they work. So, and if you're not on here, obviously watch the replay within 24 hours. So it is the 8th of the month. So let's start your notes out. Let's start your notes out with this. You guys all know, you snap your fingers and then it's the 15th. You snap your fingers, it's the 20th. You snap your fingers, it's the 25th, right? And then all of a sudden you're in 2-minute warning panic mode. So start your notes out with this. Even though you might have written it down in the past, you always want to have a fresh slate of notes so you always know what was talked about. But you want to get yourself in the 2-minute warning mode right now. You want to get yourself in the 2-minute warning mode right now, okay? And I know y'all have heard that before. And don't let that fly over your head either, because y'all keep in context the intention of the conversation. I think that's very important when we're doing trainings, is to keep in context the intention of the conversation. So, for example, at the training here this Saturday, that we had the live training at Frisco Fit Nutrition. First of all you guys that were there, thank you for being there. All you guys that weren't there, we missed you. But at the training, we talked about, kind of under the umbrella, every single person in the audience raised their hand that they would like to be financially free. They want to be financially free, all that good stuff. You guys remember that? So I think it's important to always kind of get in that space before we do trainings, because everything that we always talk about is underneath that umbrella of becoming financially free, achieving your goals in Herbalife, whatever that might be, right? You guys understand that? So financial freedom, we can just talk. I mean, obviously financial freedom is really $250,000 a year or more. So it's more than 10 grand a month. 10 grand a month, trust me, is not financial freedom. I know to a lot of you it would be, because it was to me, when I first started. But keep in mind, y'all go ahead and mute yourselves. Everybody mute yourself until we go interactive. There you go. Thank you. There's just a little bit of interruptions there. Okay. So y'all keep in mind that everything is like perspective. Okay. Everything. Hello. Welcome to the call, guys. Go ahead and mute yourself as you come on so I don't have to do it. Thank you. And then a phone just came on. Mute yourself, please. 903 area code. Thank you. Wherever you are. Or I'm going to have to do it. Let me go do it. Okay. And mute. I just did it for you. Thank you very much. And that cleared the line. All right. So, y'all place your bets if you think I'm going to forget what I was talking about. No, I'm not. So I think it's important for us to get that frame of mind before we get into a subject of conversation or a subject of training, so all of our mind is right, so we're all focused on what the real issues are here, right? So when we talk about financial freedom, remember, it's all perspective. So how many of y'all raise your hand, you think that 10 grand, even though what I've just said, forget what I just said, but how many think right now that 10 grand a month, you be financially free? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Okay, again, what are you raising your hand for, Carrington? You're almost there. Jeez. Okay, so, but in the beginning, I thought the same as well. But I just give you a little news flash. And for some people, it will be, in comparison to what their situation might be right now. But what ends up happening when you start making money and having success is your lifestyle gets adjusted to your income. Okay. So for example, whatever your bills are now, whatever your responsibilities are now, they might be, especially if you're living within your means, you might be driving a certain car because that's what's affordable, because that's what makes sense, because that's what gets you to quote A and B, right? Or you might be living wherever because that's what makes sense, because that's what's affordable, and because that's what keeps the rain off of you. And that's how much money you got, for your rent or for your, whatever, your monthly expenses. But as you start making more money and more money and more money, you start adjusting your lifestyle to that level of income. So you start making 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. All of a sudden, you're buying more shoes, buying more clothes, going on more vacations. You're going to upgrade your car. You're going to get a brand new car. Now your car payment just went up $300 a month. You guys see how that happens? And it's kind of all, it all happens kind of subtly, gradually. So your lifestyle ends up adjusting to your income. Just trust me on that. When we were making $50,000 a month, our lifestyle adjusted to that, right? So we were living in a 10,000 square foot mansion. We had a $9,500 a month mortgage. We had 3 cars, a boat, motorcycle, whatever, right? So we had all the little toys. But guess what? Now your overhead is way up. Your overhead goes way up. So just our monthly bills were, 20, 25, sometimes 30,000 a month, because we were also running a business. You guys understand that? So when we talk about financial freedom, okay, or becoming financially secure, right now, 10 grand a month for most of you is financial freedom. But again, as you start to get to that level, your lifestyle goes up, and then you kind of got to adjust to that lifestyle. And then, so 10 grand might not be enough. You'll start adjusting your mindset, and you're like, geez, 10's not enough. I need to get to 15 or 20. I mean, imagine Garen Jones if he started making 10,000 a month right now. Let's talk about perspective, right? Because he's making 100, so now he would think he's going broke. You guys got the difference? Because it's about perspective. It's about what you've already tasted. It's about what you've already become accustomed to. So anyway, the long and the short is, whatever your perspective is, that's great. I just want to throw that in as a side note, because when you do get to 10 grand, you're going to want to get to 12 grand. You're going to want to get to 15 grand, because as we talked in the training, what's the job of a seed? When you plant a seed, what is the job of a seed? Somebody answer.
To grow.
Exactly, to grow. That's the job of a seed. When we plant it, water it, water it, water it. Job of a seed is to grow. If a seed doesn't grow, what happens to the seed? Think about it.
It dies.
Thank you. That's it. It dies. So y'all have heard the phrase before, if you're not growing, you're
dying.
Exactly. If you're not growing, you're dying, right? Especially even in the gym. If you're not growing, you're withering away. You're dying, right? So, you can use that in a lot of, different aspects in life. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to start the conversation to remind you guys, a little bit, we just touched on that. Obviously, I'm just touching on this right now, but we expanded on that a lot in the training at FFN this past Saturday. But that's the context of our conversations, is becoming financially free. Generally, we don't get on these calls, or generally we don't get, at an STS or a live training, we don't get on the training and talk about making 500 a month or 1,000 a month, do we? We don't really talk about that, even though a lot of people come into the business and that's the income that they want to earn. You guys got it? Not everybody comes into business thinking or believing.
Carl, mute yourself.
I'll do it. Hold on. Let me find it. Yeah, he don't know he's unmuted. Okay, I think I just got him. Okay, good. That makes a difference. So again, a lot of people come in with with one intention, but then gradually, over time, as they go to the trainings, what do we talk about? Once the mind is expanded, it can't return to its original form, right? You guys remember that? So that's what happens gradually over the time, or that's what happens gradually when you get on a call like tonight, right? We're always talking about leadership, always talking about possibilities, always talking about the vision or expanding yourself, growing as an individual. So we really talk more about leadership and more about your belief system, your philosophy, principles, concepts. We talk more about that than we do about, what the flyer is going to say. You guys got me? Because it doesn't matter what the flyer says if you don't got this right, if you ain't got your brain, the computer right here programmed properly, then the flyer could say the best thing the flyer's ever said, and people are going to be calling, and you're going to lose every one of them. You guys got me? So the first thing we need to do is learn some philosophy, how this thing functions, how business functions, how you need to function, what your job is. Your job is to grow, just like a seed's job is to grow. And if you're not growing, you're dying. Okay. Your next job is what? Your job responsibility in Herbalife. Somebody please answer me, because that will tell me that you've been paying attention for the last month. What's your job responsibility in Herbalife?
Go to the next level.
Thank you. That's it. Thank you. Thank you. Boom. To get to the next level. That's your job responsibility. You guys got me? So whenever you're get confused, okay, Mark Hughes always taught us to keep it simple. Keep it simple, right? Y'all have heard of this was back from the 70s. They used to talk about the KISS method. Anybody know the KISS method? Right? Here's the KISS method. This is an oldie but a goodie, okay? But this was back probably before the 70s, probably the 60s. But somebody came up with the KISS method, KISS, and it's called Keep It Simple, Stupid. Keep it simple, stupid, meaning keep it so simple that a stupid person could do it. You know what I mean? That's pretty much what it is. So sometimes we get, now y'all know why I can do the business. You know what I mean? So you don't got to be that smart, okay? In the beginning. Now you do have to grow as an individual. It's a good idea if you do become smart about a few things. Of course, we try to dumb it down just a little bit and so everybody can relate to us. But at some token, there's not a that dog. Please get that dog down. At some level, you got to understand. I get distracted. I'll have to hold my hand up like that on part of the screen. Okay, yeah, come back on video though. What was I saying, Carrington? Before that dog distracted me.
I don't know, because I got distracted.
Yeah, exactly.
Simple.
Yeah. The thing about keeping it simple. So obviously you want to go ahead. Okay. So go ahead. No, you're done. Okay, good. So obviously we want to, keep this as simple and as duplicatable, basically dummy proof. Okay. So a lot of the times the answers are right in front of our nose, but but as human beings, we either on purpose or just by default, just because we're human beings, we make it harder than what it really is. So just always remember your job responsibility is to get to the next level. So you have to ask yourself at the end of the day, write this in your notes. So what I taught Bob Grace, what I taught people a long time ago on our supervisor focus groups, at the end of the day, you have to reflect on your day, and you have to look at it and ask yourself, did what I do today advance my business? Did what I do today contribute to my business, to the success of my business or anyone else's? Or did what I do today not affect my business in any shape or form? You have to reflect every single day, because this stuff keeps you honest. It keeps your mindset sharp, and it keeps you, clear on what matters. What matters. Because at the end of the day, to get to 10 grand a month, you got to know what matters. You guys got me? Doesn't that make sense? You got to know what matters every single day, every single week. So you want to reflect on your day. What did I do today to promote my business? You know, for example, did y'all see the 25th anniversary promotion post? Anybody see that? Yep. Y'all saw that? Okay. That I posted. So I didn't even know it. I mean, I knew it was June, but then they sent out the Herbalife thing, and then I clicked on it, and somebody had wished me happy 25th anniversary. I'm like, geez, how did they know? And then I looked on my phone, and Herbalife had sent something out, and our names were on there. No, I didn't know. You know, that's what I'm saying. Keep it simple. That's stupid. So stupid over here didn't know. I knew I signed up in June 1991 for the second time, but the bottom line is, why did I post that? Did I post that so a bunch of people can pat me on the back, pat me in my
to inspire.
Exactly. Well, let's say that again.
To inspire.
That's one of the reasons I posted it. Okay. But so I want to let y'all know, I didn't just post it again for like, to get a pat on the back or for everybody to say happy anniversary. Oh, you're so great. Let me tell you the real reason I posted it. So all my Facebook friends out there that aren't in Herbalife can see that we've been in for 25 years. That means something. More than half my life. Well, and it's not even 25 years. It's 25 years plus 2 years, 85 through 87, plus 4 more years on the products. So 31 years on the products, 27 years total in the business, right? And so what does that say to, you know, some of my knucklehead friends at the gym that are on Facebook?
Loyalty.
Huh?
Integrity and loyalty.
Thank you. You know what I mean? It's like it means something if they end up seeing it, reading it, or whatever. And a lot of people end up reading your stuff, and you never know it. They read it for a year, and they never like nothing, never comment on nothing. They just can't. I just can't press the like button, even though they love it, even though they're inspired by it. But no, I can't press that like button. I can't show them I'm interested. You know, I'm just joking around, but people are like goofy, right? You know, just press the like button. Jeez, it's easy. Okay, it's easy. Give them some love. The more likes that you put out in the universe, the more people like you. There's the concept. The more likes you put in the universe, just like the more smiles that you smile at people. If you frown at people, what are they going to do back at you? What are they going to do back? They're going to frown, right? If you smile at someone, what are they going to do back? Exactly. Everybody smile. See? Yeah, it's contagious. You can't help it. Everybody's smiling. Everybody's smiling. See? So that's the same with liking. So anyway, getting back to the story here, I posted that today. I wrote that thing today so people could see that, because in our world, you guys got to remember, you guys got to keep this in mind. This is for you and for us. There's a lot of people out there that would trade places with me and Monica in terms of position. I mean, they would still be who they're going to be, but they would love to trade positions with us in terms of title, position, check, experience, leadership, whatever, right? There are, okay? And the same with you. There's a lot of people who trade places with you. You know, you might look better than them. You might have a better body than them. You might make more money than them. You might have a better position than them, like a title in the company, whatever. So y'all just got to keep that in mind. And then what you got to do is, let people know, because you just never know. And then compound it over time. It's like a little commercial. They got to see it over and over and over and over and over, over and over and over and over. I didn't try to sell products in the post. You don't have to try to sell products on every post. That's not what it's about. Okay. Did you get a new button, Brandon? That button is like keeps popping. I like that. Keeps, wow. You need to show me where to order one of those. You must have been doing one-arm push-ups or one-arm dumbbells rather, right? Okay. So anyway, you guys understand that? So that's one thing that you can look back on your day. What did I do today to try to advance my business, to promote myself, to promote my product, to promote my company, to promote my business? You guys got me? Because you guys, write it down in your notes, you're the president and CEO of your own business. You're the president and CEO of your own business. Okay? So you have to take the individual responsibility, right, to build and grow your company. Now, the good news is it's not all on your back, is it? The good news is, you know, that you're not trying to build a company, because that's really what you're trying to do. An organization's a company. So you're not trying to build a company on your own. Like a lot of these entrepreneurs, they got to start on their own. They don't have a support system. They don't have mentorship. It's like the only mentor they have is to ask their mom and dad, what do you think? Well, I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. And then they go try something, and maybe it works. Maybe it doesn't work. Maybe they fall down, bruise themselves, whatever. But they don't have a support system or a leadership and training system ongoing like we do in Herbalife. You guys understand that? Just like on tonight's thing, we're talking about that mindset, right? You know, how to get your mind right, the way to think about things and whatever. So anyway, when we're talking about making 6 figures or more at the training this past weekend, do y'all remember us discussing that it's just as easy to make $10,000 a month as it is to stay broke? Y'all remember us talking about that? Okay. So I want y'all to get that in your notes one more time. It's just as easy, and I would probably replace easy with simple. It's just as simple to make $10,000 a month as it is oh, good to see your face, Earl. It's just as easy or just as simple to make $10,000 a month that it is to stay broke. So get that concept, okay? Because and y'all keep this in mind, okay? Y'all keep this in mind, and Jim Rohn teaches this. Things that are simple to do are also simple not to do. Right? That's the problem with things being simple. Herbalife is a very simple business. It is. If you believe in the products, if you believe in the marketing structure, if you believe, if you have vision, write it down. If you believe. 3 times. I said it 3 times. If you believe, and if you have vision, and if you have faith, and if you work on yourself, then Herbalife is very simple. And if you use the products, and if you wear a shirt and a button, and to be open for business, and you go to trainings all the time, and if you treat your business seriously, then it's a very simple business, isn't it? There's just a few elements, about a half a dozen, that make the majority of the difference. Write it down. There's only about a half a dozen things or so that make the majority of the difference in your success. Half a dozen. Not 50. Not 100. There's not 200 things that you got to work on. There's about a half a dozen that you got to work on that's going to make the majority of the difference in your success. You guys really got to understand that. Okay? Now, remember, and this is to make 10,000, 20,000, or Enrique Carrillo money. You guys understand? So let's go down the list of the half a dozen. Let's think about a half a dozen, and they don't have to be in order of importance, because we can rearrange them. So somebody write them down. I'm not going to write them down because I got my foot propped up and whatnot. But somebody write them down, then we'll go review them. So I need y'all to make sure you eliminate all background noise. Somebody tell me, out of the half a dozen things that's going to make the majority of the difference in your success in Herbalife, let's talk about the first one. What is it?
Taking the products. Mindset. Taking the products, I would say.
Yeah, and we'll arrange them. We'll arrange them in order. So mindset and products. Let's go ahead and put products as number 1. Okay, because you can have, anyway, we'll talk about that later. Let's just think about all the important things. And by the way, we might go over 6. We might come up with 12, but then we'll prioritize the top 6. This will be a good exercise. So we've got products, okay? We've got mindset, okay? So there's 2. What else is one of the half a dozen things that's going to make the majority of the difference in your business, in your success?
Production.
Hold on. Write it down. Action. Or did you say activity and production or action and production? Just write it down as activity and production. Action. Activity and production. Just make that one, just to save space, right? So y'all write it down. Okay, what's the fourth one?
Belief.
Write that down. Belief. And we'll go back and expand on these, by the way. I don't want to chew up the clock right now expanding on them because I want to get them all down. Then we'll go back and talk about them. But belief, we can talk about belief for 30 minutes, can't we? We can talk about your beliefs, your belief system, right? Do you believe the marketing plan is the best on the face of the planet? I mean, how much validation do you need? How many presidents team have to qualify every single month that come from destitute situations? How many 25-year-olds got to become president's team members for you to start believing that it can happen to you, right? I mean, you just need to be positioned in front of them at the STSs or the extravaganzas to hear from them instead of us paraphrasing what they said or just showing you a picture. Maybe that's not enough to give you the belief, okay? So what after belief?
Discipline.
Discipline. Write it down. Discipline. And what does Jim Rohn say about disciplines, by the way? Sometimes you got to discipline your disciplines. Right? You got to discipline your disciplines. That's going a little bit deeper than probably what y'all are prepared for right now. Right? Discipline your disciplines. Okay? What's another one?
Integrity.
Write it down. Integrity. Well, we can spend an hour on that one. We've already talked about integrity. We're not talking about so much moral integrity. Right? We're talking about structural integrity. You guys understand there's a difference in moral integrity. I mean, obviously moral integrity is important, isn't it? I don't want a bunch of lying, cheating, thieving, heathens on my team, and neither do you. Do you? Anybody? We don't want liars and cheaters. Okay? Anybody want liars and cheaters today? No, me neither. Okay? So, of course, moral integrity is important. But we're also talking about structural integrity, like having integrity with your word, with what you say, what you say you're gonna do. Then, by golly, do your damn well best to do it. Are you always going to be able to live up to your word and to your expectations? No, sometimes you're going to come up short. Let me just give you a little news flash, but I'll give you the solution to that. Is certainly don't make it a habit. Don't be saying this, and then continually being the person that doesn't live up to your word. Once in a blue moon, life's going to throw you a curveball, right? And then you actually couldn't live up to your word. You hit a telephone pole and you really couldn't make it. That's a legit deal, right? But y'all have heard all about the crying wolf deal. You can't cry wolf, cry wolf, cry wolf, cry wolf with integrity when 6 figures is on the line, when your company is on the line, because this is your company, this is your business, your company. So you can't cry wolf, cry wolf, cry wolf, and always be given reasons why you couldn't do something when you said you were gonna do it, because then you become the person that everybody's like, oh yeah, of course, that's that person. Jim Rohn, for you guys that haven't studied a lot of Jim Rohn yet, Jim Rohn talked about that person. There was a guy that came up to him at the end of a seminar, and he goes, Jim, Mr. Rohn, and he starts talking to him, and he says, this happens to me, and that happens to me, and all these things seem to keep happening to me. Why? Why does this always happen to me? And Jim Rohn tells him, well, I'm not quite sure, but the best thing that I've been able to come up with is those things always seem to happen to people like you. You understand? Oh, let that marinate. Now, that's Jim Rohn. That's something to, that's something you don't want to be that person. Why is this happening? The black cloud always following you around. Why is this happen? Why is that happen? Why is this happen? Why is that happen? Right? So anyway, integrity, again, we could talk about that for an hour. I just talked about it for 7 minutes. Let's keep going on the half a dozen things. I think we're already at a half a dozen, but we'll prioritize.
Yeah, we are.
Say again?
Well, we have 6 already.
That's great, but I want to talk about more because we still haven't hit on some of the main ones and we're going to prioritize them in the top 6. Okay. So what else? And don't speak, Monica. I want other people to try to use their brains. Half a dozen things that are going to make the majority of the difference in your business. Brandon, I'm not giving you a way out. Think.
Oh, duplication,
No,
simplicity.
No, stop just for a minute. Who's written these down? So somebody call them off to me. Okay, Katya, call them off to us.
Products, mindset, activity/production, belief, discipline, integrity.
Very good. Okay. Number 7, Brandon.
I would say duplication.
Duplication. Very good. Number 8. Write it down. Duplication. Number 8. Can anybody think? Think. I want y'all think. It's not that hard. Don't like, come, it's not some radical answer. It's not some radical answer. Think. What are the most important things to build your business in Herbalife? Think.
Consistency.
Consistency.
Write it down. It's number 8. Okay. And I still haven't.
Relationships.
What?
Relationships.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Write it down. That's number 9. Okay.
Talk.
Okay. Say what?
Talk.
Talk.
Share. Use
Talk.
like
Talk
talk.
to
Yeah, talk
people.
about the product.
Open up
Talk
your
to people about
mouth.
the product.
Share.
Talk about the opportunity.
Yep. Throw it down. Put it on the list. Talk. Talk to people. Okay. So now we're up to 10 or 11. Keep going. Now I want you to really think, because y'all still haven't mentioned one of the key ones that will be in the top 6.
Retention.
Well, that's important. Retention. Yes. Write it down.
Personal development.
Well, all these are, again, I said there could be 20 or 100. Okay. But there's only 6 that you got to get good at. Half a dozen to make 6 figures. Out of all, there could be 100. There could be 20. What else?
Follow up.
Wearing the brand.
Very good. Wearing the brand. Have you ever seen me on one of these calls without one of these shirts on? No. And you never will. You never will. Okay? Wearing the brand. Very good. So use the products, wear the brand, the button, the hats, wear everything. Yep. What else? Keep going. You guys are training yourself right now.
Follow up.
Follow up. Very important. Follow up equals
Personal
fortune.
growth.
Follow up equals fortune. Yes. So write down follow up. Follow up equals fortune. And then, yes, he just said personal growth, personal development. Absolutely. If you're not growing, you're dying. You still haven't said one of the main ones that I'm looking for. It's so easy. And if I have to tell you, all of y'all are going to go, oh my God, I knew that one.
Leadership.
If you didn't, if you knew it, then why didn't you say it? It's so easy. Y'all are racking your brains and you haven't said it yet. And I know Monica knows it.
Work.
Be teachable.
Well, that's huge. Write it down. Being teachable, being coachable. Write it. Also, inside of that, being able to follow directions, not being a renegade. Just follow directions. Keep it simple. Don't be a renegade and go try to figure things out on your own. If you want to go figure things out all on your own, then you already would have had it figured out. I'm not saying don't be creative. Yeah, bring your creativity to the table, obviously. But you don't have to figure it out from scratch on your own. That's all I'm saying. Okay, I'm still waiting for the biggie. The biggie. The biggie. The biggie.
Work.
That's a biggie. Who said work? Who said work?
Kira.
I can't. Oh, Kira?
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't see you, honey. I'm sorry. Yeah, good. Yeah, work is a good idea. Work is a good idea. Okay? Let me show you what. It's such a good idea. I got to be careful with my foot. Hold on. It's such a good idea. What does it say? Is that backwards?
No, we can see it.
Oh, you can. It's
To
backwards.
make money, you have to do an unbelievable thing called work.
Exactly. Mark Hughes. Mark Hughes taught us that. So absolutely work. Okay, keep going. I'm still waiting for the biggie. Let me check my clock. I might have to just tell you. Biggies. Go ahead.
Faith is the same as belief, right?
No, it's not the same.
Oh, faith.
Belief are your beliefs. Faith is something else.
Vision.
Vision, big. Vision is big. Write it down. So we'll end up having 20. Okay. What's another thing? Half a dozen things or so that's going to make the majority of the difference in your business. I'm going to tell you since I'm going to tell you one just so I can get this off my mind, and then all of y'all are going to, wow, I knew that. I can't wait to see y'all's reaction. Okay. You ready for it? 3, 2, 1. Events, trainings. Events and trainings. I knew that, didn't you? Events, STSs. Did we have an event at Frisco Fit Nutrition last Saturday? Okay. So is that important? That's in the top 6. That's not in the top 20. That's in the top 6. And I would probably put it in the top, it's within the top 2 to 3 events and trainings. Okay, so slide that one up to number, go ahead and put it as number 2, Katya. Just put it down there as number 2, and then we'll rearrange them. So we're going to put products as number 1, product results as number 1, using products, and then events and trainings, we'll make that 1, events and trainings. Okay. How critical is it to go to events and trainings? How critical? Did you learn anything at the training, Katya, this past weekend?
Yes, I did.
We talked about some serious stuff, didn't we? I mean, why wouldn't people want to be at trainings? I'm sure they want to be, but sometimes things get in their way, right? Sometimes people let things get in their way. For example, we got Christy Burnham up there that just qualified president's team. She's got 3 little kids, all under the age of 3. So, but she just qualified president's team. So she used her kids always as the excuse to go build business, to go do whatever she was doing so she could build a business for her kids, right? But then you got the next person that's got 3 kids and they use them as the excuse not to go to the training, which is going to get them the success that they want. Because how can you get the success that you want if you're not a learner? If you're not a learner, if you're not a learner, you'll never be an earner. Write it down. If you're not a learner, you'll never be an earner. You want to be an earner, you got to be a learner. Okay? Let me ask y'all this. Is there anything else, Monica, you can think of in the top 6? No? Products, events. I can't hear you.
Yeah, my computer's freezing up.
Oh,
So
I got you. All right, no problem. So anyway, we got enough to talk about. So you guys understand with events, meaning like tonight is an event, isn't it? Is tonight an event? Tonight's an event. It's a training event where you don't even have to leave your home. Don't even have to leave your home. I mean, how convenient. I tell you what, when I got started, when I was y'all's age, when I got started, they hadn't invented this yet. In 1985, 1987, 1991, what's a laptop? What's an iPhone? Facebook? Instant messaging? Really? They hadn't even invented 3-way calling. They hadn't even invented conference calling back then. So do you guys understand how fortunate you are? Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
So when we talk about events and learning, until you're ready, and when we say being teachable, coachable, until you're ready to be a learner, then you're not ready to be an earner. How about you write that one down and somebody post that one on Facebook later. Until you're ready to be a learner, you're not ready to be an earner. Okay. Here's the next one. Hold on, this is a good picture here. All y'all smile, and so I can get my picture for promotion, so I can advance my business tonight. Everybody smile. Good. And y'all make sure y'all get a good shot tonight too, so you can advance your business today. Okay, when you post up. So talking about learning, here's my view. I'm not saying my view is the only view, and all of y'all should have the same beliefs and views as me, but I'm making more money than all of you. So for right now, my view is better than yours. So let's put it like that inside of Herbalife, inside of this business. So I'm just going to say it like that so y'all can create that listening. Okay. Here's my perspective or my belief on learning and the events and stuff like that. Every single one of y'all have already talked about that you want to earn $10,000 a month and you want to be financially free and all that good stuff. Be clear. Hold on. Mute yourself when you come on, please, so I don't have to do it. Thank you. I'll go ahead and do it. Well, I can't find it. All right, whatever. Yeah, try to mute yourself there, Megan. I can't. It doesn't have a mute feature for me. So here's the situation. Every single one of y'all should want and you should be hungry to freaking learn at every available opportunity, at every available moment inside of our organization. That's what I'm trying to get to y'all. Okay? Y'all should want and you should be hungry to soak this up like a sponge. You guys understand? You guys understand? I know a few people tonight that are hungry to learn. Hungry to learn. And it was everybody that was on at 8:10 tonight. 10 after 8. 10 after 8. Who was on at 10 after 8 besides me? Raise your hand. Boom. Monica, you were too. You just said your thing. So raise your hand when I say raise your hand. Thank you. Okay. 10 after 8. 12 after 8. Who else joined us? Exactly. 13 after 8. 14 after 8. Y'all are the ones hungry to learn. I got to be on early. I got to be on early. I got to be on early. You know? Now, don't take this out of context, guys. I know some of y'all got jobs and stuff like that, so you can't, so you get on late or you'll listen to the recording. So again, don't take things that I say out of context like I'm reading your mail and talking to you. I don't want y'all to feel bad about yourself, okay? But what I'm saying is, as a general rule, as a general philosophy, anytime there's a training, whether we do the training or whether it's a STS training with 500 people here in Dallas, or whether it's an extravaganza or a leadership development weekend, this has been handed to you on a silver platter for you to go take as much as you want. Take as much of the gold as you want. It's a gold mine. How much of the gold are you going to go take? And most of it is for you to get the gold mine, for you to make your dreams come true. I'm telling you, it's all there, willing, ready, and able to be taught to you. Taught to you. And at the same time, while it's being taught to you, you're going to be so inspired to want to go do it. You guys understand? When you got y'all that have been to the LDWs, y'all that have been to the STSs, y'all that have been to the extravaganzas, are you so inspired to want to go do it after you go to those events? You know what I mean? You're so inspired. Do you learn stuff more about yourself than you ever thought? Do you learn, are you so inspired from the people that you hear from, the people that you can relate to? You can relate to them sometimes more than you can relate to any of us, you know? Because they might be your same height, they might be your same age, they might be your same whatever. You guys got me? You relate to them more than you might relate to things that we say. And they might be saying the same darn thing that we say. But you related to them or you got it from them. Or sometimes it's the 7th time you've heard it and you're going, oh my God, that hit me like a ton of bricks. And you're going, you know, so sometimes you're just ready for it because of your mindset, because it's been over and over and over. Sometimes we got to, like, you know, It's like that computer. You got to keep downloading new information, download, and then you got to refresh and reboot and download the same information so it's new and so it's current today, even though it was the same thing that you heard 6 months ago or 3 months ago or 6 weeks ago. You guys understand that? So learning and committing yourself to go to these events and not making excuses. I'm going to tell y'all one thing right now, and all of y'all know this. When's the last time an excuse paid your bills? Write it down. Write it down. When is the last time an excuse paid my bills? When is the last time an excuse made me feel unbelievable about myself? When is the last time an excuse inspired my team? When is the last time an excuse helped advance my business? You guys understand? So you can put, when is the last time an excuse, and then list all those things. Paid my bills, advanced my business, inspired someone else, taught someone what to do. Oh, if you're making excuses, what are you teaching your people? That it's okay to make excuses. Oh, but you don't understand. Oh, but yes, I do. I do understand. You know why I understand? Because 1 week ago, I hobbled my butt in here. I could barely get in the seat in freaking excruciating pain, and I still did the video conference with you guys instead of missing it. Okay? Anybody else that was in their right mind would have missed it. But I'm not in my right mind. I'm not a normal person, and neither are you. You guys understand me? You're not normal. This is not a normal business. We don't make normal decisions. Working on a Saturday or Sunday, not necessarily normal, and it ain't very normal to be financially free. Be clear on that. So you got to make unnormal decisions, even when you don't want to. Katya hurt her foot. I mean, what's the deal with the foots lately? Katya's hurt her foot, can't walk. I can't walk, but I got 2 pairs of crutches. So we went to the club last night and we taught fit camp with a broken foot. Okay, so she could go rest her foot. You guys got me? Sometimes you got to do what you don't want to do. Or, you know, sometimes you got to do whatever. Not that you don't want to do it. It's sometimes your body's like, oh my God, you know, can't do it. You don't feel like you could do it, but you got to push yourself is what I'm saying. You guys understand? You guys understand? Okay. So when it comes to trainings, we talked about this at the FFN training that we did, at the kickoff training, the June kickoff training. This is the lifeblood to your business. Write it down. The lifeblood to your business. Okay? The lifeblood to your business. Does the lifeblood to your business sound like that's important to your business? Does it? Yeah, it's kind of important. So coming to trainings is the lifeblood of your business. Coming to organizational trainings is, somebody say it for me. I want to hear it.
Lifeblood of your business.
Thank you. Coming to organizational trainings is the lifeblood of your business. Brandon, should they want to do it?
Yes, or they should do it on their own. Which
Should they want to come to our trainings?
Yes, for sure.
Okay. If they don't want to come to the trainings, what the heck is going on in their head?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You don't know. Who? Nobody knows. I don't know. That's what Jim Rohn says, right? I don't know. You don't know. Nobody knows. We all got stuff going on in our head. Here's what I'm trying. Remember, what did I talk about at the very beginning of the call? Everything I'm talking about tonight is under the context of you guys making 10 grand a month and being financially free. So I just want to remind you why I'm talking like this. I don't want anybody to get off the call feeling bad. But here's what I do want you to do on my 25th year anniversary in Herbalife. And by the way, today's not my 25th anniversary. June is my 25th anniversary. This is my anniversary month, because I signed up a few days ago in June for my second time 25 years ago. Okay? I think it was actually June 1st or June 2nd or something like that. Yeah, June 1st, Monica said. Monica knows. I don't know. I don't know. You don't know. Nobody knows, but Monica knows, right? June 1st. Okay. So I think after 25 years, would you guys give me a pass that I can pretty much say what I want to say?
Yes, sir.
I mean, like, I can mean what I say and say what I mean is what I'm trying to say. I mean what I say what I mean, and I can just speak just the freaking truth. But again, I know how people's heads are sometimes. Depending on the space they're in, they're like, they take offense to it, like I'm talking directly to them. Do you guys ever feel like sometimes I'm talking directly to you? It's okay, raise your hand. Okay? Yeah, it's okay. And if you don't, I need to do a better job. Because usually people think, oh, geez, how did he know that? Because that's what you're going through something in your head, and then I said something and I pushed a button, and you're like, damn, how did he know that? I know that because we all go through it. I know that because I'm an Herbalife distributor. I know that because I've been doing this for 25 plus years. Okay. But the point is I think I've earned my right to be able to say what I mean and mean what I say because I care about you guys. I care about you guys. Here's the deal. Let me tell you one more thing and then I'll get off this for a minute. But this goes for all trainings, by the way. This goes for an STS. This goes, you know, the local STSs. This especially goes for our organizational trainings. How many live organizational trainings do we do at Frisco Fit Nutrition? Do we do them every week? No. Do we do them every 2 weeks? No. So if we have a June kickoff, if we have a July kickoff training, everybody raise your hand if you think it's important to be there. Everybody raise your hand if you think it's important to be there. Okay? Exactly. Okay? It's important to be there. Who's it important for? Let me explain the concept to you. Number one, it's important for you. You. Look at that effect. You. It's important for you in your business. Because if you already had it figured out, you'd already be on the president's team. If you already had it figured out, you'd already be on the GET team. But you don't. So you need to be taught. Can I say it any different? I could, but you guys get the point. You need to be taught. You need to be inspired from someone who's been around for 25 years or more. And Monica's been around for almost 20 years. And then all the others that have been around for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. It's very valuable to be amongst your peers. Because the last time that I checked, what is it, Earl? We're all products of our association. We're all products of our environment. You guys got it? You guys got it? So mark that down on your list. Unless a freaking tornado or a typhoon or a cyclone or a wildfire sweeps you away, you need to be there. You need to be there. Number one, for you. For you. Okay? Now there's also a number two to this equation. What else is it important? Why else is it important that you're there? For the team. For the team. For the team. You guys understand? What happens when we're building a company, we're building a team, an organization, a company, and then 4 of our hottest players in the company aren't there? 3, 6. How does that affect number one, the environment? How does that affect individuals? You know, you're sitting there with your stone face in the meeting, your poker face, but in your head you're going, why isn't so-and-so? Why isn't Susie here? Wow, geez, why isn't she here? Why isn't she here? And over the 3 hours, why isn't she here? I don't know why she isn't here. That's what's going on in your head. Well, what happened? While we're doing the training, what happened? In your head. What happened? I better check and see if she's okay. Did she quit? Why isn't she here? It's going to keep happening in your brain. And that's not good for you. That's not good for our team. Okay? I don't know if any of you guys saw the video that I did for the Salt Lake City folks. Did anybody see that? Raise your hand if you saw it. Okay? Oh, you guys are so freaking busted. So busted. So busted. Okay? First thing I need y'all to do, I need y'all to go listen to that because there's a lot of lessons in there that you'll learn for yourself. Write it in your notes. The Salt Lake City video that I posted on Nutrition Club Leadership a few days ago, it's a 12-minute video. And 9 minutes of it is relevant to you in your business. Okay, of course, I was talking to the Salt Lake City people, but 9 minutes of the content is relevant to you. And one of the things that I talked about is, and by the way, that's another thing. If I post a video like that, why wouldn't you want to go watch it and learn? Learners are earners, guys. You got to get yourself worked up into a state of mind where you're hungry for information. Hungry. Because 9 minutes of that video could make all the difference in your business. If you learn some things and you go invest that in your business. We sit there and we do that stuff and then you post it up, and if you don't watch it, you know, you don't advance. You don't advance. You got to be hungry to learn. Can you guys please promise me that you'll become more hungry to learn? Please. Don't you want to be earners? If you want to be earners, you got to be a hungry learner, man. Okay? So anyway, watch that video later. But one of the things I talked about is the spoke in the wheel. And if one person doesn't show up that's important to our team, and by the way, all of you are important to our team, but if one person doesn't show up, the same with tonight's call, if one person, 2 people, 3 people don't show up, number 1, you're missed. Number 2, you missed the information. Number 3, it affects the team. It affects the team. Don't y'all think that these calls are going to be more exciting when there's double and triple the amount of people on that are on right now? Don't you think that? Because double and triple, they're going to be under you. And I'm going to tell you right now, all of y'all have enough people right now for them to be double and triple. Now, again, I know people work at night and stuff like that, but damn, when do you want to do them? I can do them during the day. No, people work during the day. Okay, we can do them at night. No, people work during the night. Okay, I can do them at 3 in the morning. No, people are sleeping. Well, geez, when do you want to do them then? Okay, we have a live training. Okay, but some people don't show up. Well, geez, what are you going to do, right? But here's the deal. If you don't show up, you're the spoke in the wheel that's wobbly. This is about integrity, the integrity of the wheel. If the spoke in the wheel becomes wobbly, what do we need to do? Number 1, we need to tighten it. And if we don't get in there and tighten it, then it's going to end up doing this, and then it's going to hit another spoke, and then both spokes are going to break, and then pretty soon, if we keep riding that wheel, it's going to fall off. You guys understand how that works, the integrity of the wheel? Okay? So you got to consider that if you don't show up, you're the broken spoke. Okay? And then you end up affecting the next spoke. You don't think you do, but you do. That's all I'm sharing with you. You don't think that it's a big deal, but it is, because you're missed. All of y'all are important. Michael, you don't even know, but I asked over the weekend, does Michael live here? Does Michael live in and I don't need any, you don't need to say I had a job or none of that. I got it. I'm clear. Everybody's got their life. Everybody's got jobs. Everybody might work on the weekend. I'm clear on that. Okay. So nobody's wrong. I'm just explaining some philosophy to you guys to consider as you move your business forward. Whenever we have trainings, make them freaking priority. Put them up on your top priority list. Put them on your priority list. Getting to 6 figures is simple if you follow a few things. If you follow a few things. You miss the FFM training, all of a sudden then you miss the STS, then all of a sudden you miss the video conference, then all of a sudden you miss the extravaganza, and then you miss the LDW, and then you miss a shake. Damn, 10,000's never coming. What kind of organization you going to build with those type of work ethics and mindset? You guys understand where I'm going with that? Okay? So I got it that you got your lives and stuff like that. What I am saying is make Herbalife priority. Bump Herbalife up as #1 priority. Herbalife, your business. You're the president, CEO of your business that can make you $10 and $15 and $20 and $30,000 a month. Or are you going to be celebrating your 25th year anniversary 24 years from now? You follow me? I mean, come on, think about it. Have some vision where you're going with this. Or are you going to be here 5 years from now still trying to figure it out, still struggling, still missing trainings, and still making excuses? No. No. So what I'm doing on tonight's call right now is tightening the spoke. That's all I'm doing. I'm tightening it up because I don't want it to break because I care about each and every single one of you. And I'm not just talking about, I'm just using last week's training at Frisco Fit Nutrition. I'm using that as an example for any training. We miss you guys. We want to help you grow. We want to help you build your business, and all of you count. You guys understand what I'm saying? It's the same within Leslie when I told her, a month ago at the last Champions Dinner, it's important that she's on these video conferences. It's important that she's on video. I don't want to see a picture of a phone down there, a little, whatever you call that, an image of a phone. I want to see her face. It's a video conference. We did conference calls in the 90s, and I couldn't see nobody's face. I want to see y'all's faces. And guess what? Now she's on, and she's on, and she's on now because she got clear on that. You guys understand where I'm coming from? Okay? So very good on that. Any comments on that? Take a drink of water. Any comments?
Clear.
Good. There's one comment. Jesse Carrington. Y'all give me a comment. Give me some feedback. I keep going. I just want to have that chance for y'all to okay, good, next topic as we, come to the close of the
If
call.
each and every one of us want a serious business, then we need to take it serious. And it's like going to your job. Are you expected to be there on time? Are you expected to be there for everything that you do for yourself?
Exactly.
Just take it at that level. I mean, if you were late or if you didn't show, would you get fired? Yes, you would. Or you get written up until you got fired. So just take it to the point, did you get fired today? Take it to that point because a lot of us have jobs. So I know that Glenn and Monica, they haven't had a job in a while. They have obligations for Herbalife, and that's their job. And it might be a little different than all of us. But if you've had a job recently or you have a job right now, take it to that standard.
Absolutely.
Because it is your business. That's even more powerful than a job. Okay, guys, that makes me want to cry because this is more powerful than anything you have out there.
Exactly. See, and that's the thing, Brandon, is some people, they'll do the things for a job because you got the threat of being fired. There's always that threat that paycheck will be taken away from you. So, of course, yes, sir, no, sir, yes, sir, no, sir. Oh, I got to go here. I got to go there. Oh, I got to work for the man, whatever, so I can get that paycheck. You know what I'm saying? And so you do all these things that you didn't want to do anyway, but that's what's providing for you and your family. And then they get into Herbalife, and then all of a sudden, it's happy, happy, happy land in Herbalife, and all of a sudden they start making unwise choices. And also a big problem with this type of stuff when you start, and we really expanded on this at the training, when you start doing little things like this, you set a precedent and a standard for your business, and you create bad habits, right? And if you do it once, and then kind of you let yourself off the hook, and then you justify a little bit, well, I couldn't go because of this and because of that, because of everything else, Let me tell you something. What I learned from millionaires a long time ago when I was 19 years old in Herbalife is all excuses are equal. All distractions are equal. All distractions and excuses are equal if they keep you from getting the job done. That's what I learned when I was 19, 20, 21. That's the philosophy I learned. All distractions, all excuses are equal if they keep you from getting the job done. Somebody please write it down. Somebody please write it down. Somebody please write it down and post it up later. All distractions and all excuses are equal if it keeps you from getting the job done. Now, does that mean that it's not a legitimate excuse? Does it mean that it's not a legitimate distraction? I didn't say that. I'm saying if it keeps you from getting the job done, it's equal. All distractions are equal. Good distraction, bad distraction. It's pouring down rain outside. Can't do the fit camp. Pouring rain outside. Can't do the fit camp. Oh, it's so sunny outside. We're going to cancel the fit camp today because we hadn't seen a sunny day in so long. I want to go enjoy the beautiful day at the park. I broke my foot. Can't do the fit camp. Master trainer broke her foot. Can't do the fit camp. No, somebody's going to do the damn fit camp. Okay? All excuses are equal if it keeps you from getting the job done. Okay? So every time you go to make an excuse or a justification or about a distraction that's keeping you from doing what is on the half a dozen things that are important to get to 10 grand or 15 or 20 grand a month, just remember, the longer you make excuses and distractions or justifications for that, you create a standard and you make it acceptable within yourself for what you want out of life in your business. And then what you also do, subtly, what you do is you end up affecting or infecting other people on the team. You do. You don't think you do. And it might not, you know, the whole world doesn't come to an end today or tomorrow, but it's like a silent killer, like cancer, right? So you infect other people. Because this is a monkey see, monkey do business, isn't it? They see what you do. They see what you do. You didn't show up. Or then you become the person that's always making the excuses, right? Somebody's, you know, oh, can't come this time, or can't make it on the call, or can't do this. I can't, never could do anything. Can't, never could do anything. And then you become the person, they're like, well, of course you can't. Of course you can't. You keep saying you can't. Well, there's nothing else to talk about. And then you become the person that never could. Can't come. Got this happening, that happening, all these things happening that are keeping me from doing this. And then you become the person, you're habitual with that. You guys see how that deal? So negative habits, they can gain momentum and take over, you know. And I'm saying don't let that happen. I'm saying nip those things in the bud. I'm saying have a different mindset. Change your mindset, change your life. Mindset of a champion goes and shows up for practice. Mindset of a champion goes in and learns the plays. Mindset of a champion learns from the coach. Mindset of a champion wants to show up to practice. Mindset of a champion wants to be put in the game and thrown the ball to so he can have the winning touchdown. Mindset of a champion wants the added pressure because the mindset of a champion understands added pressure and problem solving equals leadership, which equals income. You guys understand that? So all these added things, you gotta like just put them in context on what's been handed to you here in Herbalife. This is a big deal. $8 billion company, gonna be a $20 billion company. Where will you be in 5 years inside of this company? Still making excuses and justifications? Still missing trainings? Or are you going to be a freaking diamond-wearing leader that's like rock solid in your beliefs, rock solid with blinders on, rock solid because you learn all this stuff and you continually learn and learn and learn and learn and learn, and you understand that you're important to the team? You guys understand that? Raise your hand if you understand that you're important to the team. Please, raise your hand. Okay? You guys got to get that. You're important to the team. If the team don't think so, I think so. You understand? You're important to the team. So get that. So it's June 8th right now. So let's spend the next 5-7 minutes and we'll close out and get y'all on your way. Okay? First of all, love and gratitude for y'all being on tonight. Okay? Second of all of y'all take the individual responsibility for y'all's folks that work at night, you know, to listen to this, watch this in the next 24 hours. I'll have it loaded by tomorrow morning, okay? Nothing worse than us spending another 30 minutes to an hour processing it, loading it on YouTube, loading it on the site, whatever, and then nobody watches it for 6 days. I don't want to build an organization like that anymore. You guys understand? That's why I'm talking to y'all and nipping this stuff in the bud. But here's what I need. I need y'all's help. Because I don't want to be the guy that's saying, do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that. You guys understand my position? I don't want to say that. I want to pass that torch to you guys to take like ownership of this philosophy and this concepts and just the things to do and the things not to do. Don't do this no more. Concentrate on this. I want y'all to take that so I don't have to spend my time talking about this stuff. But from time to time, we do have to talk about this stuff, right? Because I don't want to continually see it. I see all of y'all as diamonds. Be clear on that. Be clear on that. I see diamonds on your chest. And sometimes you don't see them. I see diamonds on your chest. Probably 90% of the people that are diamonds in Herbalife didn't think that they would ever be able to be diamonds. President's team. But somebody believed in them. I believe in every single one of you. And I'm going to tell you one thing. When I believe in people, I fight for people. When I believe in people and I know their potential and I see them, it's like Jim Rohn says, the set of the sail, right? Your success is determined by the set of the sail. If you're like on a sailboat and you're headed towards the rocks and somebody doesn't say, hey, change the set of the sail, change course, or you're going to hit the rocks. You're going to bash the boat. It's going to be all jacked up. It's going to sink, and you're going to drown. If we don't tell you that, if somebody doesn't tell you that, then shame on your leadership, right? And so I'm sharing some philosophy with you guys. I want y'all to take this stuff so freaking serious, like you're taking tonight's call serious. And then the same on next Wednesday night. Everybody gets on at 8:10, 8:12, 3 to 5 minutes early. And you have your people on. And the people that missed tonight's call, you get on the phone with them tonight and you say you have no idea what you're missing. And if you don't watch it within 24 hours, I don't even know what to do to help you anymore. I really don't. You guys got me? I mean, you got to step up in your leadership game. I want y'all to take ownership of leadership. Trust me, it's okay to say what you mean and mean what you say if you have the right intentions. And as long as you're not hurting feelings, remember, always leave people better than you found them. Leave people feeling good about themselves. Leave people feeling good about you. And leave people feeling great about Herbalife. As long as you do that, then you're okay. Now, if you cuss at them and make them feel bad and make them back them up, get in the corner where they don't have a way out, then you didn't do a very good job. That's not leadership. You guys got me? So I always explain why you're being strong with someone, because you care about them. And remember, you guys are the ones that want to make 10 grand a month or more. And by golly, it's on me to help teach you guys the mindset to get there. Because most everything that is going to dictate how you get there or when you get there is right there. What you're thinking, feeling, believing. Because what you think, the body responds to whatever you're thinking. Whatever your beliefs are, body responds. You understand? If you think you can make an excuse and get away with it, the body responds. I ain't going. I'm not getting on. You're thinking it, body responds. If you think unacceptable, all excuses, all distractions are equal if it keeps them from getting the job done, and this does not help me get the 6 figures, then you're going, it's unacceptable. If you're thinking it's unacceptable, what does the body do? It responds. And then you get off your butt and you get in your car and you get your butt there. And there means anywhere, depending on what we're talking about. STS, extravaganza, LDW, FFN training, or I don't mean to say FFN training, that's where we hold them. Team training, organizational training, etc. Or this call. You guys clear with that? Everybody clear on that? Okay. Monica, anybody? Questions, comments? Then we'll close out here. Talk about a couple things with the month and close out.
Oh, great. Everything's great.
Everything's great.
No,
Okay,
yeah.
good. I was just trying to give another voice because I know they might be tired of hearing my voice. So, okay. So next thing, it's June 8th. 2-minute warning mentality, correct?
Yes.
Everybody nod their head. 2-minute warning mentality. Why do you want to have the 2-minute warning mentality? Here's why. We taught this at the training this past weekend. You want to have a sense of urgency with everything you do. Sense of urgency. Here's why. Because that creates a pattern and a habit for you. It creates a standard and a precedent of the way that you operate your business. Right? Like you're always behind schedule. Like I got to get it. Not like with stress. I'm not trying to put stress on you. I'm just giving you a concept. Okay? Like you're freaking behind, like you're on a deadline to get this done. You do not need to be waiting until the 25th until the last day of the month at 12 o'clock midnight to be putting orders in just so you can qualify for your champion status. That's what I got to tell you. Okay? Every single one of you needs to be at the champions table with us next month. Every single one of you. Okay? Kira is on her second cut of active supervisor, so she missed last month. She missed it, but then she pulled her boots up, or whatever that phrase is, pulled her bootstraps up, or whatever, and pulled her pants up, pulled her boots up, whatever you call that thing, and she got it done. I didn't mean to say that, Kira, but I can't remember the phrase. Anyway, but now she's got her first cut last month, 2,500. She was at the champions dinner. And now this is her second cut. So y'all support her. We got to get it, got to get it, got to get it, got to get it. And we got to have a sense of urgency out there so you're not sitting there sweating on the last day of the month, last 2 days of the month. You have a sense of urgency about everything you do every single day. Every single day matters. Every single minute matters. Every single conversation matters. Every single person matters. Everybody affects everybody. Everything affects everything. Every success affects the next success. You guys understand what I'm saying? Every sale affects the next sale. Cash flow, great attitude, all that good stuff. Okay? So very important to do that deal right there. Okay? Next. Okay, got a little distracted. We had a bunch of new people join us. Okay? Y'all can go back and listen to the recording. We're almost done. So next, Earl and Claudia are in their fourth cut, which means they're going to be world team members this month. See, I'll give it up for them. Give it up for them. Okay? Sense of urgency. Sense of urgency. Eye of the tiger. Every conversation matters. Everything affects everything. Everything you're doing every single day affects the way that you are every single day. I want y'all to look at your volume points every single day and stare at them. And the reason that you need to do that, wax on, wax off, the reason that you need to do that is because if your volume points stay at, for example, if you've got 700 points on the board, and if it stays at 700 for 7 days in a row, and if you keep looking at them every single day for 7 days, then finally you're going to get so disgusted, you're going to say, I got to do something. So wax on, wax off. Look at your volume points every day because it keeps you in the right mindset of what's important. You got to get the volume points up because the volume points represent that you did something today. The volume points represented that products went in the marketplace today. The products represent that somebody reordered, that somebody got on the products in the first place, that somebody became a senior consultant, that somebody became a success builder, that somebody's working on qualified producer, that somebody became a supervisor, that somebody became a new member. Action is happening. You got to look at your volume points every single freaking day because it will get you in the right mindset. And again, even if they stay in one position for 3 or 4 days, finally you will make the decision, I'm disgusted with this, I can't take this anymore, and it'll force you to get your hands out of your pocket and start saying, hey buddy, get in here and try one of these shakes. You guys got what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I'm trying to develop y'all's mindset of a champion. You develop the mindset of a champion and develop some of the disciplines that come with it, and you guys will get freaking rich. You guys can get rich faster now in Herbalife than in any other time inside of Herbalife. Any other time. We got Jorge and Disney that just became 60K President's team members. That means 1.2 million volume points in their first 3 levels, 3 months in a row. Do you know what 1.2 million volume points is on a royalty check? Do you? Do you know what somebody get your calculator later tonight, just on 3 levels. Now that means they've also got deep. If they've got that much on their first 3 levels, they got a lot of stuff deep. So 1.2 million volume points is about $1.3 million in business in your first 3 levels, and they're making 12% off of that. So what's 12% of 1.3 million? It's about $250,000. Oh, 12% is? Are you sure? Okay. 12% of that. Are you sure? Okay, you back me up on that. That's just off their 3 levels. But they're also making the infinite level bonuses, which will be another 100 grand past their first 3 levels. They're in their mid-20s. They've been in the business for 4 years, and they're making $250,000 a month. I'm not teaching y'all how to make $250,000 a month tonight, okay? But what if you can only make 10% of that? And by the way, not what if, but you can. But if you only make 5%, still $12,500 a month, and now you've achieved your goal. You guys understand where I'm coming from? Now is the time in Herbalife. Now is the time in Herbalife to change your mindset, change your life. Now is the time in Herbalife to have the mindset of a champion. Now is the time in Herbalife to never miss a call. Now is the time in Herbalife to never miss a training, our training or any other training that's been handed to you, okay? Lives are going to be changed at the Long Beach Extravaganza like you've never seen before. They sold out the arena. 12,100 people in Long Beach. Congratulations if you already got a ticket, by the way. That's why you should get tickets early. They told us a month ago it was going to sell out. It sold out. But now they're having an overflow room. Okay, they're putting an overflow room for people that still want to go to Long Beach. So they'll have that, big screens, all that stuff. You still get to go to the parties, all the events, all that, still the expo, everything that they're having. You'll still be, there's going to end up being 18,000 people there all day long. Probably 20, you know, because that's all that California group out there, West Coast, okay? So it will be freaking mind-boggling when you hear from those President's team members that started 2 and 3 and 4 years ago that are 24 and 25 and 26 and 27 years old. There's a bunch of them. Trust me, you're going to come away thinking, feeling, and believing things that that I've never said, that you'll never get from me or Monica. You'll never get it at FFN, you'll never get it on this call, and you'll never get it at the STS. That's what I'm here to tell you. And by the way, guys, this is kind of cool too, because in 1991, when I first came back and signed back up in the business, actually it was 92. I signed up in 91, and then that next go around, that next summer was the Long Beach Extravaganza. 5,000 people. First extravaganza that I went to when I signed back up. Long Beach. Now we're going back to Long Beach. So all I'm going to tell you guys is, I mean, just y'all keep this in mind. We discussed this last week, okay? I got it that some of y'all money. I don't know any President's team member now that had a lot of money when they started. I don't know any President's team member now that when they went to their first extravaganza didn't room with 7 or 8 people, you know, and split the bill and eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I'm not telling y'all to eat that stuff. That was back in the day. Y'all don't have to eat nastiness like that. But, you know, everybody figures it out. Everybody figures out their first extravaganza. There was a new President's team member from Nigeria on this call that got recognized with the company the other day, and he was thanking his upline, Celeste Richmond, and she's under Style Bell. And she got to President's team in like 2.5 years, 2 years, 24 months, something like that. Anyway, but he said he reluctantly went to his first extravaganza 4 years ago, and now he's President's team. So extravaganzas are President's team makers, is what I want to tell y'all. So I just want to remind y'all, as we said last week, if you looked in that crystal ball and everything about your future was good and great, and you're making 10 and 12 and 15 and 20 and $30,000 a month in the next 3 or 4 years, and it all hinged on you going to the extravaganza, what would your attitude be? Because trust me, you can always figure it out if you're clear with your attitude and you have a vision and a belief enough about why you're going and what it will get you, okay? And the proof of that is this. Anybody that's got money problems, like that's their excuse, like I can't go because of money or whatever, trust me, there are other President's team that couldn't go because of money too when they were new. But they figured it out and they went, and then 2 years later, 3 years later, 4 years later, 5 years later, whatever the time frame, there's a bunch of them, okay? They became President's team, okay? Bob Gray signed up 5 weeks later, went to the extravaganza, and you had to be a supervisor to go to that extravaganza. So not only did he qualify supervisor, but then he went to the Orlando extravaganza 4 years later, he became a president's team member. Now, what if I wasn't strong? And what if I didn't tell him that you need to go to the extravaganza? Well, first of all, he never would have seen Mark Hughes, because there's a little while later that Mark Hughes passed. Second of all, would he even be in Herbalife today? And if he was would he even be a president's team member? I doubt it. I doubt it. Because usually when people miss an STS, they miss an event, they miss things that change their life, change their perspective, expand their mind and their belief system and their vision about what's possible. If they miss that, they never knew what they missed, number one. And then number two, fast forward the tape, 5 years from now, they're still living in mediocrity. They're still living in mediocrity, but they don't know what they could have been if they went and got their mind and their spirit and their heart and their soul expanded. Because once it's expanded, it never returns to its original form. You will not be the same person ever, ever again. Trust me when I say that. How do I know that? Because I've been to more than 25 extravaganzas. That's why I know that. Okay? Why I'm strong with y'all about going to extravaganza is because I care about you. I have already seen the people that are dead along the road. Good people. Could have been great in Herbalife. Even smarter than me, if you can believe that, right? Smarter than me, made the choice, not going to the extravaganza. And then guess what happened? And then 3 months later, the LDW came around, and they didn't go to the LDW, the Leadership Development Weekend, for you guys that don't know what that is. Then they didn't go to the LDW. And then what do we say? Success breeds success. So does failure, by the way. Failure breeds failure. But success breeds success. By the way, decisions breed decisions. One decision affects the next decision, affects the next decision, affects the next decision, and then all of a sudden, they're home watching the election, watching the whatever, and they never know. They never would have known. They never know, and then they're out of Herbalife. I've seen it over and over and over in 25 years, the people that decide, I'm not going to go because it costs too much. Excuse me for a minute. Costs too much, but you could be making $250,000 a year in the next 3, 4, or 5 years if you're extra stupid 6. You understand? Costs too much. You're going to learn from people, not only the president of the company, not only all the doctors, right? Right? When's the last time you've been with 15 or 18,000 people inspired and taught for 3 solid days? You'll never be the same. When's the last time? When's the last time you were taught from a young 20-something-year-old person that's making $250,000 a month after 4 years? When? Never. The answer is never. You have an opportunity now to make that decision to figure it out. Not just figure it out on your own, like, oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? No, talk to us. We'll help you figure it out. Because I got a bunch of people in the past that have figured it out. Didn't have no money. Hey, trust me. Over there at North Texas Nutrition, when we built North Texas Nutrition, every single person that we sponsored, and Alexa, come on video here. Every single person that we sponsored over there, they were 19, 18, 20 years old. 20, oh, look at her sweating like a beast. 18, 19, 20, 21 years old at NTN. All college students. Every single one of them had one thing in common. No money. No money. I don't give a rat's if they got money. I don't care if people got money because I didn't have money. You guys understand? What I care about is whether people have the desire and the will to change. If you have the desire, if you have the belief, then trust me, you can figure it out. You don't need money. You need desire. If you have the desire to go because you know what you're going to get from it, then you'll figure out how you go. I didn't have the money to become a supervisor, but I had the desire to change my life. The desire forced me to go beg my mom and, please, mommy, please, give me your credit card. Give me your credit card. It forced me to go beg her for her credit card so I could become a supervisor. I'm not saying go do that with your moms, by the way. I'm saying what desire does to you. Desire to change, desire to want more out of life, and desire to, when you understand what the promise is. Mark Hughes always taught us when the promise is clear, the price becomes easy. Do you guys understand that? When the promise is clear, the price becomes easy. The financial price, the physical human price, whatever. You understand? So that's what it is. Don't miss the most important event of your freaking life. That's if you truly, honestly want to get to 10 grand a month, 12 grand a month, 7 grand a month, whatever grand a month. If you're serious about this business, all I'm saying is this stuff is handed to you. And I'll leave you with this because I don't want to, even though it's too late for me to be too strong with you about this, I just want to leave you with this. Just consider that this golden opportunity is being handed and placed in your lap. And sometimes financially or physically with a broken foot, you're going to be tested. You're going to be tested. And it's going to be like, I got it. I'm not saying that if you really, really, really ain't got money or, or if that's an issue for you, that's the issue. Okay, no money. Okay, but going to the extravaganza is going to teach you how to get money. So it's kind of a catch-22. It's going to teach you how to not just get enough money to get there. It's going to teach you how to build a financial wall around you and your family, right? So what I'm saying is this, is if you can get yourself in a state of mind to understand that value on what you'll receive, you get with your upline leadership all the way to me or Monica, and you sit down privately and we start going down the list and looking at possibilities on how you can get there. Because it is important if you guys want to be extremely successful in your business. For your business, guys. For your business. Does that make sense? And for listen, you think I've said this talk once or twice in my career? Yes. I've talked to people individually and I've talked to people collectively about getting to the extravaganza. And I guarantee you one thing. I can guarantee you this. Nobody has ever, ever, ever come and told me, I wish I didn't go. That wasn't what you said it was going to be. None of that stuff. Extravaganzas, there is nothing that I can say that will explain to you how powerful that event will be for you. For you, the experience, the leadership, the learning, what's going to happen in your heart, your mind, your soul, your stomach, every part of your body, your spirit, guys. And now, because what that is now you have become a more valuable person to the marketplace. And now when you get back from the extravaganza, probably even on the plane, you're already getting customers and signing up people just because of all the DNA inside of your body is you become more valuable because you've become a learner. You guys understand that? You become a different person. Your mind and your body has been expanded off the freaking charts. And it will never return to how it used to be. Period. End of subject. And now, I'm only telling you this, and in 2 years, and in 3 years, and in 4 years, and in 5 years, we won't have to say, wow, I'm so surprised that Alexa got the president's team. Surprised? What the hell are you talking about surprised? She went to 2 extravaganzas in 1 month. Why wouldn't she be a president's team member? Do you guys understand where I'm coming from? But then the other person didn't go, didn't even try, already counted themselves out before they even looked at trying for possibilities. Where are they in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years? Well, I'm just saying, based on the proof, the data that I've experienced over the years, usually they don't go very far. Okay? I'm not saying that if you miss it, that you don't have a chance in hell. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is you got the biggest opportunity of your life in front of you to not make the wrong decision, okay? If you ended up having the friggin', some sort of friggin' strange virus and couldn't make it the night before, and you had your ticket, you had it all figured out, and you still couldn't make it because you're puking for 4 days straight, could you still get the president's team in Herbalife in 4 years? Yes, okay? But if you willingly and knowingly don't even try to figure it out and try to get coaching or try to get there, I'm saying if you want great things out of Herbalife, all I'm here to say from a position of being around for a while and knowing what I'm talking about, that's just not the right decision. That's all I'm saying. I want diamonds on your chest. That's what I want. You want diamonds on your chest. So that's why I'm talking to you like this. You guys got me? Okay? And then secondly, on all that, you're going to be so much more valuable to your team. And by the way, if you make and when you make the commitment to go in the next 5-6 weeks, there's some good possibilities you could be bringing a person with you. And that could be your first line president's team member that goes with you, you know, that went and got their life changed. But they ain't never going with you if you don't decide that you're going. You guys understand? Remember, I got Bob Gray 5 weeks before the extravaganza. Signed him up 5 weeks in June. Today. Because he posted the thing, I forgot. Today, he signed up 17 years ago. Today is his anniversary. And then in July, whatever that date was, around the same date, around the 9th or something, right? First weekend in the month or something, first, second weekend was the extravaganza. So it's literally 5 weeks around the same time period. And then he went, and then he became a president's team member. So I'm just saying, some people could sign up, or they might have signed up 2 weeks ago, and they could be going to the extravaganza with you. You guys got me? So anyway, that's enough of the extravaganza pitch. The only reason that I just tell y'all this, I know what goes on in people's minds, and I don't want y'all to shoot yourself in the foot. I want y'all to experience the most life-changing event of your life, okay, and of your business life, okay, because you can be the next superstar. You can be the superstar in your own community, in your own neighborhood, in your own city, okay? Family be so proud of you. You'd be balling, you'd be rich, you'd be making that money, you'd be going on the Herbalife vacations, you'd be wearing the president's team pin. Different life, different car, different person, different organization. The organization that you're going to build, you haven't built yet. And you need to learn the things that it takes to go build one. And I can't teach you all those things. I can't teach you I can't put in you what's going to happen at an extravaganza. That's what I'm trying to say. You guys got me on that? Okay, so enough of that. I didn't mean to go so long on that, but since I got you all on the line, I don't get to talk to you every single day, okay? Last thing, I posted this on NCL last week. All of y'all get a Voxer app, Voxer, V-O-X-E-R. It's on your phone, okay? It's a free app, and it's like a walkie-talkie service, and you can do group messages, and I can send you a 1-minute voice message, whatever. So you get the Voxer app. That way we can start using that. I've already started using it with a few of you. So y'all just all get that. You guys understand? Voxer, V-O-X-E-R. It's a free app. Get it and let me know when you got it. Anything else before we close out? Anything? Everybody good? Everybody good?
Yep.
Oh, Monica, you came back. Very good.
Great call. Great call. Thank you.
Very good. Okay, we love you guys. Hey, hold on. Now that we got Alexa's picture, working out of the gym, I want to take one more. And Alexa, since you came on late, make sure you listen to the front part within 24 hours. You understand? Good, good. Hold on. Everybody smile. I'm going to take a picture. Y'all get your cameras out. Boom. Okay, I got my picture. Do y'all got your picture? You got
Yes.
it?
Got it.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, we love you guys. Y'all post up on your normal feeds, public feeds, and post up on NCL on how great tonight was. We love y'all. We'll see y'all later.
Awesome, y'all. Thank you.
Bye.